Hey everyone, and welcome to ButchyBoom. This is a wild time here in New York, folks. Only in New York can we do this kind of stuff. Today we're cooking with flour. This is our very first time cooking on YouTube, and we're going to have a great time, we hope, doing it. Today we're going to be making some very special brownies, and I know that everybody wants to know how to make them. We're going to give you a recipe that's very easy. It's from a viewer, EP in Malacca, Minnesota, sent it out to us. So we're going to follow his recipe the best we can. Before we get too far ahead, I want to remind you guys to please subscribe to the channel. It means so much. It's our greatest means of support. It lets YouTube know that you are of interest to us, or we're of interest to you, whatever the case may be. But whatever it is, subscribe and like our videos. Let's get moving along. So what I got to do is I got to put together a third of a cup of this oil stuff. And we're going to use this little tea thing, so you guys know what this is. So you put your raw tea into one of these, and then you dunk it in the water, and you let it sit in your coffee cup and stew. That's the proper way of actually making tea. I'm going to try very carefully to pour in. We don't really care about that stuff at the bottom. So you see that stuff at the bottom hanging out? We're not really going to worry so much because we're going to strain it out anyway. We just want that oil. And we want a third of a cup, because that's what the recipe calls for, folks. So we're going to do that third of a cup. But this is what the tea looks like when you take it out. Oops, I dumped it back in there. I said to you folks that we're going to do this, and we're going to do brownies made easy. These are special brownies, folks. I'm going to use, this is a name brand box mix. Now you can use any mix that you want. I told you it was simple. Don't be mad at me, folks, but you can't get much more simpler than a box mix. So these are chocolate. It's actually double chocolate. I don't like the taste of this stuff. I've tried cookies. That's the one thing I did. So I really have high hopes for this stuff. So we're going to follow the box instructions, okay? So the box instructions call for a quarter cup of water. I have a measuring cup that says a quarter on it. So we're going to take it at its word, right? 1 quarter. I better set this down. All right, so we got our quarter cup of water, put vegetable oil. This is the oil and the flour, cooked really low speed, or on low setting. It's really good. You kick it up a notch with a little bit of peppermint patty. I don't want to blast the name of it, but everybody knows who Peppermint Patty and what the company is. So we're going to put some peppermint patties in this bad boy, because we're going to cover that taste up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stomach it. Some of you guys will like it. I don't know. The last time I was in this kitchen and I tried it, it was just a bad scene altogether. So I got a peppermint patty. Don't they look good? And I'm just going to break these puppies up. And I'm going to put them right on in that mix. This is my addition. The viewer in Minnesota had suggested Andes candies to put in there. And since I couldn't find that and I didn't get a chance, I figured, well, you know, let's just do this and see what it does. Now with peppermint patties, you gotta be careful. It's punch. It's not smell-o-vision, but you can damn near overwhelm yourself with peppermint. So, you know, I don't want to go from good to bad kind of a thing, you know what I mean? So I'm going to add just one more, I think, in there. All right, so we look mixed up. So, this looks pretty good. I don't know what it tastes like. Anybody ever lick the bowl? We'll set that aside. So, all right, so now we got our stuff that's mixed up. The next step is for me is to grab the can. So we're going to use this thing here. It's just a regular glass thing that you can maybe see through. Now, I'm going to butter it and then flour it. Now, folks, I am not a cook by any means. You handle your butter how you will, and I'll handle mine as I will. But I'm going to give it a nice little smearing all around. This butter is actually good. My brother does have a point with it. Although, in my opinion, he eats way too much of it. So just plain basic flour again, folks. We're just working with flour here. Lots and lots of flour. Just stick my hand in there and he's just looking at me like I'm crazy. So yeah, you gotta pat that baby around and get it. You see what I'm doing? You get that flour all on the sides because you don't want that stuff to stick anywhere. Use your fingers. The best tools God made. You know what I mean? Fingers. I think we are good. What do you guys think? Do you have a better way of doing this? You got to let me know because this is how we're doing it here. Okay, so now I think we just pour the brownie mix in. Do you see how thick that is? It's got chocolate chips. It's got lots of flour. So much flour in here. I don't know what this is going to taste like. I guess you want to get it all, right? As much as you can. You probably want to use a wooden spoon or a spatula, but not being in my house, I don't want to go digging. So. But I'm going to spread this out. It looks nice and spread. All right. So, there's the beef. 325, 43 to 48 minutes. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to just do the toothpick thing. You know, stick a toothpick. It tastes like. It's 325. And we got set the timer for 43 minutes. Beep, 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 beep. Timer set 43 minutes. I'll look at the old-fashioned way. This looks beautiful, folks. Let's pull this out. And hot. Let me show you what this looks like. I don't know. This is hot. There we go. So now I gotta hit that stove and close this because it's gonna make us all nuts. Let's get some brownies. So I'm gonna cut this, okay? That may be a very big piece for me, but let me find, I'm gonna use this little bowl that we have set aside that we were gonna use for mixing the eggs in, but I decided to do it this way. So I'm just gonna put that little piece in. Oh, why not? No balls, no glory, right? Isn't that what they say? Who says that? I don't know. My mom used to say it. So I guess it's okay for me to say I need to. Oh, Lord. Well, here we go. It's my first piece of brownie. It's an edible, folks. The last time I ate an edible was in this kitchen. And I had to run outside. It was just terrible. This is hot. This is a hot brownie. I should let them cool for a couple hours. Not quite seaweed, a little nutty. You know, but that's not bad. I can taste the flour. And it's got a little aftertaste. Yeah. Let's try another piece. Leon ButchyBoom, folks. Actually, it's not bad. I don't know how much you're supposed to eat. What happens? You hear all these stories, but you don't know. I've never experienced any of the out-of-bodiness and stuff like that. So if anybody has, let me know in the comments. And these are brownies. Let's try it again. It doesn't taste bad. Part of my mouth full. Trying to chew. You know, it's not bad.
That's really not.
Folks, thank you so much for coming to ButchyBoom, hanging with us. This is a wonderful time. That's it. I'm going to enjoy my brownies. Till next time.